might need that.
Yep.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, Sam Howard here in Major League Camp. You're getting to face some Major League hitters. How do you feel about the way you've performed?
I feel like I've had a good camp so far. I felt good on the mound and with all my pitches and with my delivery. I've been working on a couple things with Foster and Holmes and Darryl Scott and dry drills every morning and stuff. Just being more fluid and trying to be more athletic throughout my delivery on the mound.
You had a good year last year in DoubleA and then got to move up to TripleA. What were the lessons of the two sites for you in pitching?
When I got to AAA, I definitely noticed the strike zone got smaller. You know, it got more like the big leagues, they say. Hitters got more discipline, so you could get through the lineup one time. You know, on like say I get a guy out on my slider, which is my out pitch. Next time around, he's going to remember that, and he's not going to let me beat him with the slider. So you have to use all your pitches more often and to get the guys out. So it definitely made me a better pitcher, and I had to adjust to a few things.
Okay. You came from Georgia Southern. During your college career, were there certain teams that you played against that, you know, you could measure yourself against and say, hey, wait a second, you know, I've got a chance if I do well against these guys?
Yeah, you know, our coach, Coach Hennon, our head coach, always pushed us to play big SEC and ACC teams throughout the week and some weekend series. So, you know, I got to face, you know, University of Georgia, Clemson, University of Florida. So those are all guys that are definitely draft guys. So it was fun to face those guys and then see a lot of them today. Like the other day, I got to face Zunino for the Mariners, and you know he was catching at Florida when I was pitching against him. So yeah, there's definitely some schools we got to face that you knew, you know, those were going to be some top draft guys.
You telling me growing up you were a good runner, cross-country guy, didn't really know you had the baseball talent. How did you kind of figure that out, and who helped you along the way?
You know, until my senior year of high school, I never really knew that I could have a career in baseball. I was so small and weak. I hit a growth spurt going into my senior year, but I got to give all the credit to my dad. I was gonna hang it up, going into my sophomore year of high school, and him and my high school coach talked me into to keep trying and not to give up. And you know, if it wasn't for my dad, I wouldn't be here today. So he's just been hard on me, but he's been, you know, he's never told me anything he shouldn't told me. So he's always told me the truth, you know, what I need to hear and to be a better player. So my dad's pushed me the whole way, and you know, I can't thank him enough.
Now, for those of us, or maybe kids out there who haven't grown yet, tell me the secret toward getting a growth spurt.
I don't think there is no secret. Just hope for the best. Yeah, I was like, when I got to high school, I was like maybe 5'9", 100 pounds. And then going into my senior year, I grew about 3 inches and gained about 15 pounds. And my dad had been taking me to a pitching coach on my own. And then I got me a strength coach at Bodyplex in town, and you know, it just started to come together. And then my senior year, I had a really good year and I got drafted out of high school, but I had never had a clue that was going to happen. You know, they would talk to my dad while I was pitching in a high school game, and that was it. So my dad took me to college camps. Like, he would call them and say, hey, do you have a spot I can bring my son down? And that's how I went to Georgia Southern. My dad called them. They had a little prospect camp, and I went down there and pitched, and they wanted me to bring me down for a visit. So.
Hey, was your dad a baseball player or coach? Or?
No, my dad never played a sport in his life. They didn't have the money for it growing up, but my dad's just always been very athletic, always involved in golf, and I believe he could have been a great player, but he didn't have the funding and the support to do it. But he's always done everything he could to let me and my brother chase our careers in sports. My brother played golf in college. So whether it was building a batting cage in high school for us to grow as a player, or get us lessons or whatever, he did it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.